Good morning, north of 44 degrees. We are crane day plus 39. So heading in the 2-track. We'll take a look and see what's gotten done. And we're gonna do some yard work today. So I've been told that the gas line from the pig to the house is done, and from the pig to the barn. Garage door's done. And I'm expecting paint this weekend. So we'll take a look at a couple things and then set up a time-lapse camera. So here's the pig. You can see kind of vaguely that a line's been run across the driveway, down the edge towards the house. They put in a 3/4 inch gas line. They upsized it so that we'll have enough pressure for all the appliances and the standby generator. So if you're thinking about, a long distance and a bunch of appliances, make sure your gas company upsizes that. Over here next to the barn, you can see there's a spool of hose there. I'm going to drop a gas line in here. That's going to run the hot water heater for the heated floors over on this side. You might have noticed that the garage door is in. There is a garage door opener. You can see the line, the gas line that they ran up this way. And my front yard is just an absolute mess, so that's what the final grading will take care of. Everything else is looking fairly decent. I am happy to report, though, I'll duck over here for a second, my red oak has survived. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but one of the things I told the guys right in the beginning was this little guy found a home here, and I put up a post to kind of protect him. So we're going to have a red oak that came from those trees over there, right here at the corner of the driveway. Take a look over here. We did not have any sidewalks put in. We'll do a bunch of softscaping for sidewalks that I'll do myself. There's going to be a courtyard with a bunch of plantings that my wife is going to put in out here. So you can see the line for the gas. So they would have started up the furnace and burned off all the shipping oils. And they put in a T-valve there, so that line will run for the generator. And we're gonna hide the generator back here on the back corner. Probably put a couple bushes around it. So that's where we're at. We'll do a quick walkthrough on the inside. Painters are coming. So at the present time, everything is white. By the end of the weekend, I expect there to be a fair amount of color, so we'll take a look at that. So here's where we're at before we get started this weekend. The house looks like it's pretty much done. All the stuff is up off the floor, so the carpets are all open. Looks like the rooms are all done. All the drywall work is done and primed. Not much to see in here. Looks like everything's been at least rudimentary cleaned. That shower had a little bit of dirt in it last time I was here. That's all been taken care of. We'll just do a quick walk through. You can see acres and acres of white walls. We'll do this again towards the end of the weekend and see what the painters have gotten done. The barn doors have been moved out to the living room. Also notice that a lot of the switch plate covers have been taken off. I imagine that's so the painters can do their stuff. Everything looks like good shape. Nothing to see in the pantry or the library. Guest bath. The 2 rooms back here. Nothing to see. Everything's been primed. Everything's ready for color. Utility room, same. Good to go. There's my switches for the garage door opener. And here's the garage. So you see we now have garage door opener. Everything looks pretty good. So like I said, not much to see here. Whole bunch of white walls. This won't last long. By the end of the weekend, we should have a fair amount of color in here. We'll do this again in about 48 hours. See what we've got. Well, this wraps up 2 days worth of painting. So let's take a look. We'll do a quick walkthrough and show you all the new colors. But first we'll start with the paint that was used, the brand and everything. No sponsors on this video. I can assure you Sherwin-Williams does not know who I am. Let's take a look at that real quick. So all of the paint came from Sherwin-Williams. All of the rooms were painted with this Promar 200. And this is the stuff you get from the Sherwin-Williams store, not the big box stores. The one exception, in the bathroom, we used the Duration, and that's a kind of a bathroom rated or high humidity rated paint. So we went with that for the whole house, this brand. So one our painter prefers, so we went with it. Starting in the foyer, you can see this taupe color is kind of the base color throughout. This wall is urban bronze. There'll be a very large painting. I will say that, you know, when you see big bold colors, know that there will be artwork and paintings that we've collected along the way that will go in these rooms. So, coat closet, not real exciting. Went with the taupe, keeping it simple. This big wall is going to get a fireplace surround, so that nothing happened here. Taupe in the living room, and this dividing wall between the living room and the kitchen dining room area. This green color doesn't show up real well on the camera, so it's a lot more. It's a lot greener green. Kind of shows up a little yellow with the iPhone. Kitchen, nothing fancy. Taupe on all the walls. You've got so much other stuff going on. We didn't feel the need to introduce a whole bunch of extra colors in here. In the library, we went with the urban bronze again. We wanted something very warm, something very cozy, or as a friend called it, very moody. This will get some wainscoting, so we'll add some additional wood in here before it's all said and done. The barn doors will be put up later. No paint in the pantry. Guest bath is kind of a gray green. This is a similar color to what we currently have in part of the house. We really like it. It's a super nice color. In the craft room, we went with Florida State colors. Know that this room is going to have a lot of built-ins, cabinets, wall storage. A lot of this color is going to be covered up, so it won't be nearly this bold when it's all said and done. In the guest room, we went back with the gray green. And what we did to pick the colors, she found a pillowcase from our comforter that we used kind of as the base color palette. So all of the colors kind of came from one piece of fabric. Utility room, back in the taupe. And then the long walk down the hallway. In the master, we went with that darker green again. Again, this is a lot more olive than is showing up on the iPhone. So the phone just does not like these green colors. In the bathroom, we went with a very bright blue. Looks really good with the gray. It is actually two-tone. Let's see if we can find an area. You can kind of see there on the corner, this is one color and this is a little bit lighter shade. So the closet is actually a lighter shade, but depending on where you look at it in the corners, especially where there's some shadow, it's really, really hard to tell. So I really like the colors that were picked for back here. So that's the tour. Paint's done. The final inspection has been called for. So sometime in the next couple weeks, the code inspectors will come through, give their final blessing on this. We'll do a walkthrough with the builder to make sure everything that we see that needs to be fixed, repaired, replaced, gets done, and then we'll get the keys turned over. So, one step closer. We are very, very near. Well, that wraps up 2 days worth of painting and a little tree removal. I'm gonna go work on the barn for a little bit. Probably put a steak on the grill. See you next time.